And what's up, everyone? Spartan here, bringing you another video gameplay and commentary. This time, I'm just going to do something different. Do some life experience commentary. I'm gonna tell you all about my what's it called? How did how did I get here? How did I come into the beautiful United States? So there I was, right, a young kid, a young lad, me and my little brother, right. My mom has left to the United States, to the United States. I want to say like with one of those accents that's funny. So she left, right, just so we can have a better life. So she came over here. It was there, me, my little brother, my dad. So we just hanging around, spending our time in Nicaragua. And yeah, all of a sudden, my mom like made it. You know what I'm saying? After like I guess it was two tries, then she made it. Right? She made it here. So then we get a call from from her telling my dad that I want to bring my kids over. I want them to be with me. So I'm like, all right. So he was like, okay, cool, cool. And they start doing all the paperwork because my grandma was here before, so she was always trying to get all the family over here in the United States. So she was the one that actually told my mom, like, yeah, let me use my my citizenship and this and that, and we can bring them over. So I'm like, so I was just a kid. I'm just following what my dad says, and my mom. I will actually my dad, because my mom, we didn't see her that much for years. So I'm doing, we're doing all that, doing all the paperwork, they getting our birth certificates. My dad doing all these things, and I remember, not vaguely, I actually pretty clear. I remember I was in the, what was it? I think it was immigration place. So there were a couple, I don't know if they were like actually, I actually can't remember if they were like American or not. I know they were asking us questions as to like, oh, because I remember my dad was like, okay, look, when they call you over there, you're gonna tell them what you want to do. You tell them you want to be this, you want to be this. So I'm like, all right, cool, I got this. So I mean, I'm your kid, just a little boy. So then the dude in the window asked me like, hey, so what do you want to do in the United States? Because they want to make sure that you're a functioning member of society, I guess. So I was like, well, I want to be a baseball player. You know what I'm saying? I want to be a baseball player. I want to be, because, well, no. That's what I told him. So he was like, all right, cool, cool. So I guess they asked my brother another question. And I guess he said the same thing. We want to play baseball. We want to be, play sports, be athletes. So after all that, damn, I got my head blown off. So after all that, we, I guess we got like, I don't know if you say pre-approved. I don't even know the term of that, but I just know that the guy actually bought the story. I guess because you gotta, it's like a sales pitch. You gotta sell yourself that, yeah, man, I deserve to be in this country. Or whatever. It's like you're selling yourself as a car. So I guess he bought the story or whatever, and we don't even play baseball. We never made it in the major league, but it's whatever. We're just trying to get we're just trying to get in. So after all that, then I remember like we just sitting there waiting, and I'm we're still, it's just me, my brother, and my dad, and then my dad kind of like, I guess he remarried to this to my stepmom. And then we're just waiting on the news. So we're just waiting on the news that, oh yeah, yeah, you guys are leaving on this day. Have your plane ticket ready, your passports, and all this. So that day kind of arrived. We get the day like, yeah, you leaving this day. Like I said before. So my dad decides to, oh, let's go celebrate. You guys are leaving. I'm like, oh, cool. So we go to this place that we have. It's like a shopping center, with restaurants and stuff. So I'm there, right? I'm there with my dad, my brother, my stepmom, a couple, and this little girlfriend that I used to have. And I remember having a heart to heart with my dad. He was like, "Hey, listen, son, this and this and this. I want you to remember, this and this." So I'm like, "All right, cool." You know, that talk. And then every time that finished, so the day arrives, and we got to get on that plane. We got to leave. So we go to the airport. And we just sitting there, me, my brother, and my dad, and my stepmom. We just waiting for the, like, oh, make your way, gate open, when your plane's ready or whatever. So, and that's the thing though, like it was just me and my brother, so there was no what's it called, adult supervision. It's just the two of you, and somebody's gonna pick you up at the airport over in Miami. So I'm like, all right, cool. Well, not cool, because I mean, how you got two minors just flying international with with no super, whatever. So I remember, like, we get on the plane and they start hanging out food, like, hey man, dinner, whatever, lunch. So I'm like, all right, cool. So I remember getting my meal, but I don't remember what I got, what kind of food they gave us. The one thing that I remember for sure is that they gave us flank, and I never had flank before. That's the first time in my life I ever had flank. So I'm sitting there, they give me this dessert, and I'm like, oh man, this tastes delicious. And I start just eating it, and that's when I realized, like, man, we really are leaving, this, Nicaragua. We're going to the United States. Oh shit, so I'm a gringo now. So we get on that plane, and I'm eating this thing, enjoying my meal. Like, damn, first time in a while, American food. So then, we landed in Miami, and then we're supposed to look for my mom. So we haven't seen her in like years, so we don't know what she looks like. We have like a vague memory of her. So then we arrive. Then they get the stewardess, whatever you call her, the stewardess. She get us out, and then we just walk in, we just walk into the airport, and then like, we gotta look for my mom. So I mean, somehow I think she had like a sign written on the saying, like, my name and my brother's name, I think it was. Or I think she actually did remember us, like, by pictures. So she started waving at us. Oh, I'm over here. I'm over here. So and then we looked over, and there she was. Oh, gee, my mom. We hug it out, start crying because we haven't seen her in a while. So mom and stuff. And then we see this some little guy, some little Ecuadorian guy, and I'm like, who the hell is this? And my mom's like, oh, that's my husband. I'm like, oh man. So now I got a stepfather. And the dude was. He was cool for what he was, at the beginning. Didn't know he was gonna be such a dick though. Eventually, God rest his soul. But it's whatever, man. That's what make you who you are. That's what made me what I am now. Him. So then we just kept walking. We just get in his car. We're going home after a long flight. And then, we still can't process that we're in the United States. We left our country. We the land of the free, home of the brave. So then, what's happening? So we get to the house, and we start settling in. And then I see my sister, who I haven't seen in years, like a long time. But I remember like when I was a kid, because I remember her coming by like one time to Nicaragua to visit us, and I remember her being like, big, like, damn, I thought she was tall and stuff. But it's just the thing that when you small, when you're a kid, people are big, you think people are, like tall and whatever, but then when you grow. I don't say like a grown, but I'm saying like, when time passes, you start growing a little and stuff, and then you realize like, wow, like, she's actually, my sister's actually short.
Never stood a chance.
So, I haven't seen her in a while. We see her, we start hugging it out, oh, my sister and stuff. And then I had like a little brother, and he was like annoying as hell because he has that kid mentality. That I do what I want. Like you remember that Carmine from South Park? I can do what I want. Yeah, that was him, like literally. And like we get set up in a room, and it was like 4 people in that room. It was me, my little brother, my other little brother, and my big sister. So it was like 4 of us in there, and I'm sleeping. We have like a bunk bed. That it was my brother, me, and there was my little brother in the other bed on the like across from us, and I think on the ground my sister was sleeping. Because it was a 2-bedroom apartment. It was my mom's and my stepdad, and then all of us. Because they had bought a house that we were going to move in. They were just waiting on us to get here. So once that happened, it was a big house too. We were supposed to be, I think it was 1, 2, 3, 4 rooms. 4 rooms. So yeah, it's gonna be way better. I guess my sister gonna have her own room, and all the boys in one room, but a bigger house. With a bigger room. So yeah, that was even better. And then in that place, we had to switch schools too because since supposedly like every time you move around, if it's beyond your school district or whatnot, I don't really know how that works. You're supposed to change schools. So I went from one school to another, and the time that I got here, it was like what 2 months, and in the span of 2 months or 3, I already moving schools. And I don't even speak English. You know what I'm saying? Yo, man, like, give me a chance to, learn how to say no in English. You know what I'm saying? But then that's the thing. In that other place, I already had like a little girlfriend that, some Puerto Rican chick that, she was hot. She was hot. And I'm just a kid, and like I guess she liked me because we used to hang out a lot, and she used to, like tell me to come over, and she even wanted me to do a sleepover and stuff. I'm like, what? I'm like, I don't even know what a sleepover is. I'm just a kid. But yeah, man. And then we were hanging out in school too. Before we moved into the new house. I even had like a Cuban one too. It was a Puerto Rican and a Cuban. They were both like, always with me, like telling me like, come over here, come with me, grab me by the hand, moving me around. Or maybe it was that that feeling that, okay, this guy doesn't speak English, so I don't speak English either, but I want to look like I do, so I'm hang around with this, you know what I'm saying? I don't really know, man. I don't really care. I mean, hey, walking around with two beautiful girls, hey, not a problem for me. So I spent all my time with them in school and stuff, which it was fun. And then when I moved, I lost all that because, it was a new school. I didn't know anybody over there, like literally. So it was crazy. So I just had to readjust because I came over here. I went straight to high school. They did like a test to check my math level. And they realized that, well, yeah, he's, he got to go to, he got to be a freshman. So I'm like, all right, cool. I don't know what that means, but whatever. And that's how I got into, got into school here and start moving life as an American. Well, I hope you guys enjoy. Next time I bring more stories, life experience, and, what I lived through. I hope you guys enjoy. Hit that like, comment, and subscribe. And I will see you in the next one.